Hey guys, welcome to today's video, and it's finally the part 2 to the collaboration video with Lightro Storm. So guys, please go check out his channel. He's got some great content and he's done a terrific job on the first part of this. He's just reached 1,000 subscribers. Now let's help him push on and get even more. And without further ado, let's get on with part 2. So at the end of part 1, Boo hasn't been released, and Goku and Gohan had defeated Babidi. Goku remains dead, and during the time before Beerus' original arrival on King Kai's planet, Goku has travelled in Otherworld and he has begun training with the Supreme Kai, and eventually he's lifted the Z Sword and asked the Supreme Kai if he can bring Gohan there for a little bit of training. So Gohan isn't tied down to Videl. There's no relationship there because she simply hated him. So Gohan has a bit more free time after his studies. He comes to train with Goku for a bit, and eventually the two of them break the Z Sword, unleashing the Elder Kai. Now he's not going to unlock either of their potentials, at least not for now. But the two of them continue to train on the Supreme Kai's world until Gohan has to leave to continue his studies. Now, we come to the arrival of Beerus. He awakes, telling Whis that he's after the Super Saiyan God. So Whis says that there's only a small amount of Saiyans alive. However, there is one dead one, the one that defeated Frieza, training on the Supreme Kai's planet. This intrigues both Whis and Beerus. They head straight there. So, Goku does challenge Beerus. Goku has unlocked Super Saiyan 3, and it is quite a bit stronger than originally because he's been training with the Supreme Kai rather than King Kai. Now, he attacks Beerus and the fight goes exactly the same as before. Nothing happens on Goku's side. Beerus just simply knocks him out. Impressed with his power but still disappointed, he heads to Earth. Everyone is at Bulma's party and the Supreme Kai contacts Gohan saying, please keep him happy, otherwise he will destroy Earth. He will destroy you all. So Beerus arrives and he walks around Bulma's party, eventually confronting Gohan, saying, you have the strongest key here, you're the strongest fighter. Are you the Saiyan I'm looking for? Gohan says, I'm the last surviving Saiyan, yes. Beerus says, does that make you the Super Saiyan God? Gohan simply doesn't know how to respond. He goes, I've never even heard of Super Saiyan God. I've heard of Super Saiyan and I can achieve more, but that I've never heard of the Super Saiyan God. Beerus just sighs. He goes, I'm disappointed. Well, Whis, I may just destroy this planet. So when Bulma comes around the corner and says, so Gohan, who's your friend? And like originally, Beerus stays to enjoy the party. Eventually, he gets bored. Says, well, I've enjoyed my time here, but without a Super Saiyan God, this is pointless. Gohan begs him, please, don't destroy the planet. Wait, Bulma, you said that there's a prize for the raffle, for the bingo. Is it the Dragon Balls? He says, yes. Gather them and we'll ask Shenron what the Super Saiyan God is, how to find him. Beerus is intrigued by this, says, do it. So Shenron is risen and he tells them about the Super Saiyan God. Then Goku is brought back to life and Whis informs them that there are 3 more surviving Saiyans across the universe. So Goku locks onto their power, instantly finding Broly and Paragus, and then taking a bit longer to find Tabo, bringing them all to Earth. They try the ritual, and it doesn't work. Shenron says to them, "You are not all pure-hearted. The one known as Paragus is fueled with aggression and intent of revenge. Besides, there's not enough of you." And out of sheer anger, Beerus blasts Paragus into nothing. I think you all know what's going to happen now. Broly goes berserk and starts attacking Beerus. He transforms and starts beating the god. Beerus starts to show more and more of his power. Now, the original fight with Goku, both Beerus and Broly, it caused damage in the actual space-time. It ripped the universe asunder, causing actual damage. So the fight between Broly and Beerus, imagine what that kind of power would do, especially with Broly's lack of control. Everyone doesn't know what to do. Whis is watching on, he's keeping an eye on it. Goku says to Gohan, "Quick, we all need to go to the Supreme Kai's planet. We need to get safe. Maybe he can help us, maybe he can think of something." So he uses his instant transmission to take the entire group to Supreme Kai's planet. This is where the Elder Kai gives Goku and Gohan the Potara earrings. They return to Earth and fuse, breaking up the fight. But Broly is still out of control. This is when Beerus decides, okay, these Saiyans are strong. I think I'll keep them around. And just knocks Broly out. And then Goku and Gohan's fusion ends. He says, "I was impressed with the power of this Broly. And the two of you going to such lengths to try and save the planet. Maybe it is worth keeping. I'll keep you around for now." This is when Goku begs to train with Whis and Beerus, which Whis allows. When Broly comes to, they use the last wish to resurrect Paragus. Gohan says to both them and Tabo, "Look, you can train with me. I'm going to continue my training. Broly, I can help you control your power. Teach you just normal fighting skills and help you control this rage. Would you like that? Would you want to stay here and train with me?" Broly, initially, he completely agrees and begins training with Gohan, but they do travel back and forth between there and Beerus' planet to get some training with Whis as well. So now we move on to Resurrection F. So, the original story, so far it goes as normal. Frieza is brought back, and when he comes down to Earth, there's no Goku there because he's training. They have an extra couple of fighters. They have Paragus, Tabo, and of course, Broly. He's there this time because it's his back and forth periods between going to train with Goku and Whis and Gohan. Thankfully, he's there to help him fight. Now, everyone that fights in this battle, Piccolo's there, Roshi, Krillin, Tien, and because Yamcha is a lot stronger now, he'll join as well. So, all the Frieza soldiers are wiped out. Gohan and Broly do not transform. So, everything goes pretty much the same. Gohan taking out all of Frieza's stronger soldiers. And now Frieza comes out of his chair himself. He tries to attack Gohan while he's in his base form, but because Gohan's stronger, he stops the attack, just pushes Frieza off. He still hasn't transformed yet. So Frieza transforms into his final form and starts beating down Gohan. This causes Gohan to transform into Super Saiyan 2. Now the fight is pretty even, simply because Gohan is immensely stronger than what he originally was because he's been training. And training with Broly and Whis and Goku, that's made him incredibly stronger. So he hasn't got Super Saiyan Blue, he hasn't got Super Saiyan God. He hasn't trained with Whis enough for that. But he's holding his own with Frieza and pushing him to his limits. Frieza begins to get frustrated and now transforms into his golden form and just dismantles Gohan, knocking him unconscious. Broly gets enraged and transforms. He attacks Frieza with everything he's got. Now Broly, he's beating down Frieza easily. Piccolo gives Gohan a senzu bean. Gohan shouts, "Broly, calm down. Remember your training." So Broly, he starts to get a bit more composure. And because of this, he destroys Frieza with ease. He is vastly stronger than him. As soon as he's got his composure, that's it. Frieza does not stand a chance. So Broly has killed Frieza. We now move on to the Universe 6 tournament. So the fighters will be Goku, Broly, Krillin and Piccolo, with Gohan still needing to carry on his studies, being busy that day. So the tournament goes as normal to start with Goku winning his first fight and then losing to Frost's dirty-handed tactics. Broly takes over and dismantles Frost. Then Magenta fights Broly and Broly just simply overpowers him. So he literally just unleashes an insane amount of energy and defeats him. So now the fight with Cabba. So Broly sees him as a little Saiyan like he was. He thinks that because Gohan and Goku spent so much time training him, helping him, he wants to do the same for Cabba, but he also wants to win. He teaches him how to go Super Saiyan. But eventually, the fight just ends. He knocks him out of a ring instead of hurting him severely. And he smiles at the child. Well, boy. And like Cabba saw Vegeta as his master, as his teacher, he now sees Broly in the same light. A nicer one. A strong one. And he says, "Someday I hope that you can come to my universe. I'd like to show you how Saiyans live on my world." Broly says, "I'd like that. I never knew much about my race, so I'd like to see how Saiyans live." So, now it's a big battle. Broly versus Hit. Now initially, Hit is getting the upper hand of Broly. But once he finds his composure, he manages to overpower Hit. I think the time skip took a bit of getting used to for Broly, but because Hit, his power isn't quite as strong as Broly's, he wasn't able to knock him out like he did to Vegeta. He wasn't able to wring him out straight away. And it gave Broly the chance to unleash all of his power. He manages to beat Hit down. His speed and strength is just too much for a time skip. And eventually, he rings out Hit. So, that's it. The tournament's over, and now we'll head on. So now we head to the future. Gohan is running He's running from Black. He's the same man. It is still Zamasu in Goku's body. The actual story of why Zamasu and Black came to be, how they're immortal and why they're in Goku's body, that's all the same. Initially, the only difference is Gohan basically replacing Trunks. That to start with, Gohan has a similar story to Trunks, meaning that his relationship with Mai is the same, and as him and Bulma are repairing the time machine, he sees Bulma die. Gohan returns to the past after barely escaping the destruction of Black, and the death of Bulma will stay with him. He returns to the past, landing at Capsule Corp. This time when he wakes up, he doesn't attack Goku. He opens his eyes and he can instantly tell that is his father. So Gohan looks at him and says, "Father, can this really be you?" But how? Goku says, "Gohan, what's going on? Why are you here? Why are you so hurt? Was it Majin Buu?" Again, Gohan tells the story of how him and the Supreme Kai stopped Majin Buu, the same as what happened with Future Trunks. So, now while they're in the future, Gohan will spar with Goku like Trunks did, putting up a bit of a better fight and proving that he can become Super Saiyan 2. Goku simply overpowers him and shows him the next level. Now, this is when Black rips through space and time like he initially did. Goku fighting Black. As per usual, Goku holds back. He only shows a bit of his power, and then Black gets sucked back through, and Goku, Gohan and Broly will head to the future. So, when they get there, Gohan reminds Goku to take the sensu beans. He doesn't want to risk anything. He knows the destruction that Black can cause, and he knows that they will need them. He's not as foolish as Trunks. He knows not to take any risks. So when they get there, Goku, Broly and Gohan begin to fight Black. Now all three of them are initially stronger than what the original three fighters would be. Goku is stronger than what he was in the original timeline. Future Gohan is stronger than what Future Trunks was. And Broly is immensely stronger than what Vegeta was. So, Goku fighting Black, it's initially very even with Black achieving his Rosé form. This is when Broly steps in. Normally Broly is overpowering Rosé. Black, he's improving as the fight goes on, forcing Broly to turn Super Saiyan Blue. Now, he's just beating him down. There is no way he can improve as quickly to catch up to Broly. I mean, he could catch up to Vegeta when he was overpowering him, but the gap wasn't as big. This is when Zamasu shows up and sticks a Keyblade through Broly's back. Broly is not really that injured because it's not strong enough to cause damage to him, but because he's caught off guard, it causes quite a bit of damage. Goku blasts Zamasu off of Broly. But seeing how it doesn't do any damage because he's immortal, they're all shocked. Zamasu explains to them that he is immortal. He and Black get up and tell them the entire story of how they watched Godtube and Goku fighting in the Tournament of Power, watching Broly, and they were disgusted by the mortals. They always hated them. They wanted to achieve more, and they stole Goku's body and wished for immortality. Gohan gives Broly a sensu bean and he powers up into blue. Before he can charge them, Zamasu and Black use the Potara earrings. They become merged. Now Broly and Goku, they fight together, both becoming blue, and they're more than holding their own against merged Zamasu. They don't need the Potara earrings. So eventually they beat down Zamasu and Black. Well, merged Zamasu. And he gets infuriated and goes into his weird melting form, where Goku Black part of him is dying, but the Zamasu side is keeping him alive. And a joint blast from Goku and Broly eliminates the body, which again, it causes the weird after effect of Zamasu in the air. Now, after the tournament in Universe 6, Goku still had the interaction with the Omni King, Zeno. He still got the button, and he tries it. It works. And now, as Zeno is saying, this needs to be destroyed, we see a person coming out, running, shouting, Gohan, Gohan, is it finally over? What's going on? It's a very injured Mai getting held up by Yajirobe. The two of them come over to them, say, what's going on? Zeno just ignores this, and Gohan quickly grabs them and said, quick, get into the time machine. They head back, and before they know it, it's all gone. Gohan's universe, all the remaining survivors, they're all gone. Zeno just wiped them out. Mai and Yajirobe managed to get into the time machine with them. Gohan and Goku head back to the future and collect Zeno and take him to the other Zeno. Whis and Beerus send Gohan off into another timeline with Mai and Yajirobe. And that is the end of Gohan's story. It's time to head on to the Tournament of Power. So, the roster for Universe 7, Goku, Broly, Gohan, Tien, Roshi, Krillin, Yamcha, Piccolo, Tabo, and the menace Frieza would still arrive. Goku would see him as the best possible option. Their only other option is Paragus. So, yeah, Frieza is still the best choice. Even though it's kind of stupid taking him with that many Saiyans around. I mean, he's a bit of a flight risk, but yeah, we'll still take Frieza. So, to start with, the humans are all working together as a team with Gohan and Piccolo, while Frieza, Goku and Broly go off on their own fighting. To start with, there's not a lot of difference. So Goku, Broly, they're wiping people out like basically Vegeta and Goku were doing. Then, when it comes to Krillin being knocked off by Frost, Yamcha's there to save him. So Krillin survives a bit longer. Broly and Goku eliminate Universe 9 together, like Goku and Vegeta originally did. So one thing I have not mentioned is the exhibition match would go pretty much, all three fights are won by Universe 7, with just Broly replacing Boo and Gohan winning his fight instead. So, it's now Roshi's story. He still uses a Mafuba, taking out all the original ones that he did, using the Kamehameha wave to prove how strong he is. So most of his story goes the same, but when it comes to him using the Mafuba and Frost, instead he goes for Ribrianne, and he does eliminate her and her crew. So Ribrianne is out of the story sooner, And I'm sure a lot of you will be glad to hear that. We don't want her staying around too long. So now, he's used up all of his energy. He's on the edge of a ring, exhausted. This is when Frost comes up to him and tries to just simply blast the old man off. And Roshi is accepting of this. He's ready to get attacked by Frost. This is when Yamcha and Krillin show up. They're after revenge for his dirty underhanded tricks trying to knock Krillin off. Now the two of them, they fight together. Now their coordination and skill, it's simply too much for Frost, and he's too close to the edge of a ring. He can't get away. He tries to escape, but Krillin uses a solar flare to blind him, and Yamcha, he blasts him off with a Kamehameha wave. He's out of the ring. The two of them pick up their master, saying, "Master Roshi, you're exhausted. You've done so much for us, not just in this tournament. You deserve a break now. There's no more you can do. Leave it to us." Roshi tells them that he's so proud of them, what they've achieved, and he thanks them for saving him against Frost. He says, "Now, carry on the turtle way. Win this tournament. Make me proud, boys." This is when he just jumps off the ring. So Roshi is out. Now, Tien's story is the same. He only got one ring out. And we'll say that goes exactly the same. Nothing changes there. So Tien's out. He took someone with him. And that's all he did. So now, we head on to the weaker Pride Troopers. Gohan, Piccolo, Krillin and Yamcha simply just ring them out. They're too much for the Pride Troopers. Now, Goku has met Jiren. They're fighting initially. Jiren is just mocking Goku. Just simply proving to him that he's out of his league. And Goku does go Ultra Instinct. It's the same as before. He uses a Spirit Bomb. It doesn't work. And he now uses Ultra Instinct for the first time. Now the fight's a bit more intense with Goku being stronger. He has a little more control of it. But inevitably, it still turns out the same. Goku cannot handle the form for too long. And he gets beaten down and left in the crater exhausted. So Broly comes over and gives him his energy instead of Frieza. They get up, and Caulifla and Kale attack Goku. So when Kale and Caulifla attack Goku, Broly's there to protect him. He tells him, "Goku, stay back. These two are Saiyans. You don't know how strong they can be. I'll handle this." So Broly, he begins to beat down Caulifla while Kale just stands back. She eventually goes into her berserk mode, giving Broly the ominous sense of deja vu. He's able to hold her back, and after hitting her and knocking her into the ground, she gets up and Broly, he talks her down. He calms her and says, "I will show you what the berserk form looks like," and transforms into his own. He tells her, "You can control this. You remind me so much of myself." Now, Kale, calm down. Control the form. You can do it, you're strong enough. She does, and she eventually does get control of the form. And Caulifla, she loves this. Now, Berserk Kale starts taking on Broly, who has reverted back to his base form. He's barely holding his own, and he has to transform into his normal Super Saiyan. And starts just beating her down. The two of them try and tag team him, but Broly's too much, forcing them to use the Potara earrings. Broly, he has to transform into Super Saiyan Blue to actually beat them. And he eventually just beats Kefla, knocking her out of the ring. So while this is happening, we go over to Hit. He's fighting Jiren in the same way he did. Goku has used his instant transmission to get over there to watch it because he knows he needs to get out of the way of Broly, especially with Kefla. For two of them having a fight, that could cause some damage to a weakened Goku. He can't avoid anything right now. So he goes over to watch. And the fight between Hit and Jiren goes the same. In fact, Hit is beaten a bit sooner because he hasn't had improvement from fighting Goku. He didn't really get the chance to improve when he fought Broly. So it's been a bit more of a struggle for him. And Hit is out. Now, when Broly's battle ends, he's challenged by Toppo. So now, they begin to fight, Broly staying in his base form to start with, eventually transforming into a normal Super Saiyan, overpowering Toppo, who then, he gets frustrated. He starts to unlock some of his God of Destruction power, forcing Broly to go Super Saiyan Blue. And before Toppo can start to destroy everything, he overpowers him. Broly smashes Toppo into the ground and eventually sends a big blast from his mouth, sending him flying out of the ring. So now, we head on to all the robots from Universe 3. Now, Universe 3 was kind of underestimated. They all thought they were just going to be weak. But now, all of the Universe 7 fighters work together. And eventually, they do overpower all of Universe 3. With two casualties being Krillin and Yamcha. So now the remaining fighters are Goku, Broly, Gohan, Frieza and Tabo. So the only opponents now are Dispo and Jiren, with all the weaker fighters eliminating each other. So Dispo is challenged by Gohan, Frieza and Tabo, while Goku and Broly take on Jiren. So initially, Dispo is too strong. He's too fast, sorry. Now, Tabo is using any technique he can to help, but he's simply too weak. Next to Gohan and Frieza, he's nothing. I mean, he's weaker than Yamcha. So he basically sacrifices himself. When Dispo goes for Gohan, he jumps in front of him and Frieza hits Dispo in the back. Now that he's caught off guard, Gohan and Frieza work together and eventually overpower him, stopping him from actually using his speed. Every time Dispo goes to try and do a trick, Tabo's there to take the hit. So eventually Gohan and Frieza overpower him and knock him out of the ring. Gohan doesn't have to sacrifice himself. And now there's still 5 fighters left to fight Jiren. So Goku has had his time to recover. And Broly, he's ready to take on Jiren. The two of them step up to fight him. Goku just being knocked to one side, his Super Saiyan Blue form, it's no match for Jiren at all. Whereas Broly's, he's beginning to hold his own. As he gets more composed as well, Broly is quick to improve during any fight. Him and Jiren, they're pretty evenly matched. Goku doing anything he can to try and help. But Jiren is still overpowering them both. He's got that slight edge over Broly, and Goku is not any match for him right now. Eventually, Goku's knocked to one side, and it's just Jiren versus Broly. All the others just sit back and watch. Now, as the intense blast, as blow for blow are traded, Tabo gets blown off the ring. I know that seems like a bit cheap, but he's weak. Compared to all the others, he's nothing. And just the impact of these blasts, it has sent a shockwave across the ring. And a lot of the ring has been destroyed. Table is blown off, whereas the others, they can avoid it. So now Goku, Gohan and Frieza are watching on. And Broly is beginning to get beaten down. Goku then comes in to try and help. Now he's getting beaten down. Jiren goes to blast Goku off of the ring. This is when he unlocks his Ultra Instinct. He's mastered it. Now the fight gets extreme. The fight goes as initially it did, with Goku beating Jiren to every hit. As he goes to finish the fight, that's when it runs out. And Jiren quickly blasts Goku, seeing it as his last chance. Goku is out of the ring. And Broly goes berserk. His Super Saiyan Blue form is enhanced with all the rage of his berserk form. And now he's just beating down Jiren while Gohan and Frieza watch on. And the two of them are trading everything they've got. Eventually, the two of them knock each other out of the ring. So now, it's just Gohan and Frieza that are in the ring. We'll say that Gohan got a few more ring outs from Frieza, just knocking out the weaker opponents, because if we give Frieza the wish, then that's it. Zeno will just erase everything. Gohan wishes for all the universes to be brought back, just like what 17 did. And this is where the story ends. After this, there'll be no Broly movie because Broly's already there. And life returns to normal. Goku goes back to his training, Gohan to his studies, Frieza being brought back and rebuilding his empire. And Broly just being happy, trading with his father, and Gohan and Goku and Whis. And the universe is once again brought to peace. So guys, thanks for watching this. Please remember to go over to Lightro's channel and subscribe if you haven't already. Thanks for watching guys, please remember to like, comment and subscribe, and I will see you all in the next video. Bye.